Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, girl, but tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. Hey there Delilah, don't you worry about the distance, I'm right here if you get lonely. Give this song another listen, close your eyes. Listen to my voice, it's my disguise, I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me, oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me, oh, it's what you do to me, it's what you do to me. Hey, how you doing? Justin here today. We are checking out Hey There Delilah by the Plain White T's. Really beautiful song, this one. I should have done it sooner, really. It's got a really nice kind of just thumb and first finger, kind of fingerstyle, but it's more like an up strum with your first finger, which is really nice. A couple of things I should explain first of all. The original version is played using kind of bar chords, and it's a lot easier to achieve the same effect as what he's doing by putting a capo or capo on at the 2nd fret and using these chords that I'm going to show you. Unfortunately for me, singing it in that key sounds really, really bad. Not the best of singers at the best of times, and this particular song with the capo on for me sounded pretty rough. But just taking the capo off actually made it kind of a lot more singable, and you might find the same thing. So I'm going to do it with the capo off to explain it. It's easier to explain the chords anyway, and it might be easier for you to play. If you want to play along with the original recording, you're going to need to put the capo or capo on at the 2nd fret. I'm also going to give you a look at the end of the video of the way that the actual guy on the original recording played it, okay, which is using these bar chords. But it seems a lot harder for very little benefit to me. Of course, you know, the original artist has right of you know, choosing which way he's going to play the song, so you've got to respect that. So that's why I'm going to include and show you that version as well. Now, before we start on the song, I want to explain a bit about what's going on with this kind of strumming fingerstyle-y thing. So let's have a little look at the mechanics of what's going on here. So thumb is going to be playing the bass note of the chord, and that's going to change depending on what the chord is. But for a C chord, it's going to be the 5th string. First finger is starting here on the 2nd string and just doing a little up strum. Okay, it's kind of mainly hitting 2nd string, 3rd string, maybe brushing lightly the 4th string. It's just like a little, you know, literally just curling your finger up. It's not like just playing one note. It's more of a brush, you should call it, rather than a pick. So thumb, 1st finger. For the E minor chord, thumb will move over to the bass string, the thicker string. 1st finger will still be picking from the 2nd string. C chord, E minor. For the A, thumb will move to the A string. A with a G bass, the thumb's going to move over there to play the thicker string. F. On the thicker string, G, A minor, back to the 5th string, and then to the G. Okay, let's have a look at applying this rhythm pattern now to the chord. So we're going to start with the C chord. So thumb's going to be playing the 5th string, and we have 1 bar of C. And then we're going to an E minor chord. Now the bass note, the bass string, the note that the thumb is going to be playing is moving to the thicker string, string 6. And that's 1 bar. Back to C again. Back to E minor again. Now we're in the verse. C. Hey there Delilah, what's it? E minor in New York City. I'm a C chord miles away, but girl, E minor looks so pretty. Yes, you A minor. Okay, so it's what's happening here with the A minor? It's A minor for a whole bar, but on beat 4, we're adding a G bass note. Now, from a regular A minor chord, the easiest way is just to reach over with little finger and play the 3rd fret of the thickest string. If you find that too difficult, another kind of cheating option is to move 3rd finger out of the A minor chord and move that one over to the 3rd fret of the thicker string. Changes the chord ever so slightly. I prefer keeping with the regular A minor and then adding the bass note with a little finger. And then it goes to an F chord. Now, you can either use your regular full bar chord F. Sometimes it feels more comfortable for me to cheat and use the thumb over F. Okay, that is kind of a bit more tricky, definitely beyond the realms of most beginners. So if you're new to F chord, just stick with doing the regular bar chord F. But I'm kind of covering my butt here in case I've been using this one in the little intro thing, which I probably did because I usually find this F chord a bit easier to play. Anyway, so it's F for half a bar, then to G for half a bar. So F for half a bar will be thumb, chord, G, chord, thumb, chord, A minor for a bar, and back to G for a bar. Let me take you through that verse again. So it's C, 2, 3, 4 to E minor, 2, 3, 4, back to C, 2, 3, 4 to E minor, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, G bass, F, 2, G, 2, A minor, 2, 3, 4 to G, 2, 3, 4, C. Hey there Delilah, what's E minor in New York City? I'm a C chord miles away, girl, but E minor looks so pretty. Yes, you A minor. G bass, F times square, can't G as bright as A minor? I swear it's G. Now, a little minor variation here with the G chord. First of all, I should explain, you can kind of play the G chord with just one finger, which would be the 3rd finger in the 3rd fret of the thicker string. And the up strum from the 2nd string means that you're not touching the thinner string where you would normally need to put a note. And you can hear quite clearly on the original recording this little movement. It's still a G chord, but if you do 2 strums normal and then add your little finger down in the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, you get it's still a G chord. Technically it might change the name to a G5 chord, I guess. But it's just a minor variation there, but it makes it sound a little bit more like the record. You could choose to leave that in or leave that out. And then we're into the chorus. Now, the chorus just has chord changes on beat 4. Okay, so we end up with this C, 2, 3, 4. Now on beat 4, all we're doing is moving the 3rd finger over to the thicker string. And then we're going to A minor, 2, 3, 4. And on beat 4, we're moving the 2nd finger from our A minor chord over onto string 5, 2nd fret. And then we're doing the same little strum. This time it's going to be 1st finger and a couple of open strings, I guess, because it's just an up flick at that point. So C, 2, 3, G bass, A minor, 2, 3, B bass, C again, 2, 3, G bass, A minor, 2, 3, B bass, C, 2, 3, G bass, A minor, 2, 3, G bass, C, 2, 3, G bass, A minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right at the end there it's just a rogue bar of C with a G bass, and then it goes back into another verse. Let me take you through that chorus again. So it's C, it's what you G bass to A minor, B bass to C, it's what you G bass to A minor, B bass, C, it's what you G bass to A minor, with a B bass C, it's what you G bass to A minor, what you B bass to C, G bass. Next verse. Okay, sounds a little bit weird singing the chords in that particular instance, but hopefully you get the idea. It's just the chord change there on beat 4, and it's really the thing that drives it along. Really nice little movement there in the bass, really kind of lifts this song a lot. So the end of the 2nd chorus is ever so slightly different because we're going into the bridge, which has got a different set of chords. So the very last time through the chorus, it's got the C, 2, 3, G bass, A minor, 2, 3, and then we're back to the G bass again. Then we're going to F for a bar, to G for a bar, C, G bass, A minor, G bass again to F for a bar, to G, then C, 2, 3, B bass this time to A minor, 2, 3, G bass, F, and I can promise you the G time that we get through, the A minor for 2 bars will be the same, and you're to blame. 2 bars there on the G, and then we're into another verse. Okay, so let me take you through that chorus again. Let's go from the end, take you through the bridge from the end of the other chorus. So C is what you do to me. F chord miles seem pretty far, but G's got planes and trains and cars, and C and you had no G bass to A minor. G bass, our F would all make fun of us, and G just laughs along because the C chord that note had a B bass to A minor. G bass, F chord, I can promise you the G, the time that we get through, the A minor will never be another bar of A minor, and you're a G for 2 bars. And then we're into verse 5 at that point. So verse 5 is exactly the same as the previous verses, but it's got a tag at the end, a little repeated section. You'd probably hear it just by listening to the record, but I'll take you through it anyway. So verse 5 is going C, Hey there Delilah, it's 2, E minor, don't you miss me, 2 more C chords, you'll be done with school, and E minor will be making history like A minor, G, F to G, A minor, 2, 3, with a G bass, F to G, back to A minor again, with a G bass, F to G to A minor for a whole bar, and then to G for 2 bars. See, it's what the chorus repeats again, and it's again. Really, I mean, it's a really, really lovely song, this one to play. Really nice little fingerstyle pattern. So I said I'd give you a little look at the original kind of proper bar chords version as well. Beginners, don't go anywhere near this. It's definitely going to be way, way beyond beginner stuff. I'm putting it here because I'm a stickler for teaching things the right way, as well as being able to do it in a kind of easier way. If I was doing a cover of this, I would totally be using well, not using a capo, I'd just be doing it with the chords that I've just showed you. If you wanted to play along with the original, remember you've got to put a capo at the 2nd fret. Really important, otherwise it's going to sound pretty weird. So what I'm going to be talking about now is kind of different chord shapes. If you're at the point where you're able to play all of these kind of fancy bar chord grips, then you're probably going to understand what I'm talking about. But all the chords are going to be 1 tone, 2 frets higher than the chords I was talking about in the previous version because of this capo at the 2nd fret. So the first chord is a D chord. He's actually using a C-shaped bar chord, right? So if you played an original open C chord, refingered it so you weren't using your first finger, slid it up 2 frets, and then use your first finger to create a little bar. That's the first chord. Picking stays exactly the same. Then he's going to an F sharp minor bar chord. Back to the D chord again using the C shape, and then back to the F sharp minor bar chord. Then to a B minor bar chord. But instead of having to reach over the little finger to change the bass note, you just lift the bar up. Then we've got a G chord, A chord, probably open chord, might have been a bar chord on the original one, I can't remember. Back to B minor, back to A, and then you use little finger down in the 5th fret to get that little change of melody that we get with the G chord as well. So it'll be this, D chord, F sharp minor, back to D, back to F sharp minor, to B minor, bass note, G, A, B minor, back to A. Then with the chorus, we're back to using our little shape here, the D chord using a C shape. But to get to the bass note movement on beat 4, we just lift off little finger to reveal the open A string, okay? B minor bar chord. Step up with the 3rd finger. 3rd finger is just going to move over to the 5th string to get the climb back up to the D note. Now there's the bridge as well. If you've got this far and you're able to work out those chords and you're a big grown-up guitar player, you can work out the changes in the bridge. It's not particularly difficult. It's exactly the same chords as I gave you before, up a tone. Very, very simple. And I don't want to eat up all of the lesson on trying to explain this authentic version, because you guys that can do that will totally be able to do it from the stuff I've given you before. So, and again, I reiterate, beginners, please don't go trying to have a go on this. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if you do, but it's definitely way beyond beginner guitar player stuff. It's even beyond intermediate level stuff, because we're getting into C-shaped bar chords, which can be kind of tricky. Anyway, really hope you enjoy playing this song. It's definitely a really nice singy and play one. Sounds really cool by itself as well, even without the vocals, because it's kind of got the interesting picking thing. I think you're going to enjoy this one. So have a lot of fun with that, and I'll see you for plenty more lessons and songs very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye.